I have good news and bad news. The good news is I got paid. The bad news is I do not yet have an update on my car. Welcome to another Budget My Paycheck. This is the last time I'm gonna budget a paycheck in 2025 before 2026. If you're new around here and this is the first time you're clicking on one of my videos, my car broke down. I bought a new car. I do know that I'm putting about $2,000 down, but I haven't actually made the payment. So having information from this paycheck will be helpful to kind of see where I have to move money from and to. So I'll do a full breakdown on that. I have paid the money wasn't moved from the proper accounts and it's all just a mess right now, and we have to organize those things and kind of get it situated. So the money's gonna come from my emergency fund, but right now I have extra money from this month. I have money on my car maintenance fund. We can dive in and talk about it. Maybe I'll figure that out today. But we first have to figure out exactly what I got paid this month. So let's just open up our budget template and start there, shall we? Welcome to my budget template. This is also the last time that it will look like this. The concept on my new budget template is the same. It's available, linked down below, but I made it a little bit simpler. All of these boxes over here now are blue. Anything that's blue means that you don't touch it. Data is automatically pulled in there, and anything that's white means that you do put data where that is, or have the opportunity to. And then I added a couple calculators. I have an emergency fund calculator as well as a sinking fund calculator on the budget setup page now. So that's available, linked down below. But all of the formulas and everything is the same. It all operates the same. It's just a little bit more user-friendly now. So we're gonna jump into my income. I was paid on 12/26, Friday, the Friday after Christmas. As you guys know, I never know how much I make until I make it. I made $2,045.09 with this paycheck. And then Jake contributes $2,500 every single month to our living expenses. So that gives us a total income for the month of $9,738. I have already invested. I have contributed $2,176 to debt. That is new. I did contribute $1,000 to my debt already. To be honest, I contributed that super early. Like early last week, because I have a YouTube channel where I film a end of year wrap, and I wanted all of the numbers to be truly accurate for the end of the year, including how much I had paid towards my debt in 2025. If I had made that payment later in the week, then the holiday would have just slowed down when that payment happened, and I've had my payments be slowed down by like 2 weeks before with holidays. So I just paid it before the holiday, and I didn't bring you guys along for that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Usually I do make that payment on this video with you, and I feel really bad that you didn't get to be a part of that. But I did pay $1,000. As you can see, it's tracked right here. I put $1,000 to my student loans. I will log in and show you where they're at. Would that appease you? I hope this makes you feel less left out. Listen, you guys are as much a part of this debt payoff journey as I am, okay? So, all right, we are currently at $74,168 in my student loans, and that's the balance that's gonna roll into the new year. So not bad. Sub 75 feels pretty good. I did realize that my debt hit my like income milestone. So I had one milestone set for my debt that was when it was less than 1 year of income for me. That was gonna be a milestone, but it hit that milestone kind of at the same time as I got a raise and my income went up like $2,000. So they like, flip-flopped. So we still have to celebrate that milestone. And then we're very close to our next $10,000 milestone, which is so exciting. So that's where my debt is. As you can see on 12/20, I made this $1,000 payment. My student loan 5 has a balance of $10,070.64. I do have a $200 contribution from my work that is still pending. So that contribution goes to this loan. So that'll bring it down below $10,000, which was my goal to hit by the end of the year. And I've hit that goal. And with that, I know that in the last video, I was kind of talking about using some of this extra money to hit that goal as well. But the goal has been hit. And so that extra money from this paycheck is gonna go to that car down payment. And I think that that is the responsible thing to do. So we'll add all that up. Okay, so my debt's been contributed. And then I have also contributed to my variable expenses. So the only things that need to be assigned still are my sinking funds as well as my fixed expenses. So let's just go ahead and start with this fixed expenses, starting with the mortgage, which is $3,046. And then I am just gonna be lazy and just do this. That way we just have to put a number. Gas and power, we always contribute $187. We did go without power for 5 days, so our power bills should be lower because we weren't using it for a quarter of the month. But you never know. We did use more gas, technically, because we like had to use the stove for all of our cooking, but not that much more. And the furnace wasn't working, Lord knows that much. Water, we contribute $80 a month, and then again, that just gets averaged out. Trash, we contribute $40 a month. That is how much that costs. Internet is always the same. Then our phones are about this amount. Oh, I have to pay my phone. Oh man, I for sure missed my phone payment. We're both on my parents' phone account, and then we pay in the app, but they have it set to auto pay early, so. Okay, I paid my phone bill and I signed all of our fixed expenses. So our spending comes out to a total of $5,722 of the $9,738 of income that we have for the month. Just want to clarify, because sometimes I get some questions that's like, oh, you're spending way too much. Our total expenses are about 58% of the income that I'm tracking here. This includes our like guilt-free date night eating out spending, yeah, as well as like our fixed living expenses. If you're like looking and comparing our percentages, it's not accurate, and that is because Jake is entitled to privacy on his income. We spend less than half of what we make every year, and that is a huge privilege because we're both high earners, and it also is a choice because we could spend more money if we wanted to. So this is just what Jake is comfortable with sharing to reflect like what our spending looks like and how much that actually costs to support our lifestyle, but it's not a reflection of our true monthly income. So our percentages are off, technically. I don't know how to put that delicately. Hopefully that answers your question of like, whoa, your percentages are messy and you're spending way too much with your debt and everything. We're good. Okay, so let's assign our savings accounts now. I'm not gonna put anything to my emergency fund. If anything, I'm gonna spend from my emergency fund. My credit card fees have $150. Travel has $200.54. My ski pass has $180. Car maintenance will have $735. And then gifts, I have simply the $21 that I contributed this month because I spent that bucket down to 0. So those are where my buckets are at. And my buckets are my sinking funds, and I love my sinking funds, they're amazing. So I'm just gonna calculate what's left over based on our current income because this is all jacked to the coke. So that leaves me with $1,037 left over, and that money is gonna go to my car payment, and then the $700 that I have in my car maintenance sinking fund gonna go to my car payment, and then that leaves me with $300 that I have to make up from my emergency fund. That feels pretty good. My emergency fund is not gonna drop that much. So it'll all be reflected in the next budget when I actually track that spending. Yeah, that feels good. That the extra income as well as what I have saved in car maintenance will cover my down payment, and then I do have my increased insurance cost. My insurance over doubled, which makes sense. That was an expected cost with a new car. So that'll all be reflected on my next budget. You guys have all, of course, been a pleasure to have in class. This budget breakdown felt a little chaotic, so I hope that we leave that chaos energy behind in 2026 with accurate tracking and all of the things. I've not loved how my budgets have reflected, and the stress and chaos of the year has just been a lot for Sandra. So we're just gonna leave that behind in 2025 and have a great 2026. I'm looking forward to it. Follow along to see what kind of progress I can make in the new year.